Hey YouTube and Intex hot tub people. So anyway, I'm going to contribute to the Intex hot tub reviews with my hot tub. I bought it back in like April or May last year. Actually, this year is now September 6th or 7th. And anyway, on YouTube there's a lot of reviews on these and people are very happy with them, although they're very new still. And even then, you notice that they all have something to say about customer service, because these things tend to fail. However, the customer service does a really good job at just replacing them, or parts, so people end up being pretty happy with them. Well, like everybody else, I've had problems with mine too. I'll go over what I have problems with so far. First thing, the air bladder underneath the lid that you inflate went flat on me. Repaired it with a patch. Not a big deal. Went flat again. Repaired it again. And this time what I ended up doing is I had some styrofoam, so I just put 2 layers of styrofoam, which ends up being about 2 inches worth of styrofoam on top, then half inflated the bladder, so it still floats, but I also get better insulation because this thing added like $30 to my electric bill. Ouch. Tub itself, not a problem. Haven't had any issues with it yet. No holes, no nothing. I'm actually very surprised. Knock on wood, knock on tub, whatever. This heating unit back here, oh my gosh. Issues with it. First issue I had when I bought it, about a month into it, owning it, my digits crapped out on me. I don't know if you can see those now, but they're fixed. The 0 would be gone, part of the 6 would be there, and maybe one of those lines of the 7 would be there. Forget about the F for the Fahrenheit. Couldn't read it, which makes a real pain. It's cold right now because I actually just got it working again today. But anyway, took off this head unit, resoldered some connections. Did find out that it was waterproofed really good because the entire circuit board is encased in resin, which is nice for waterproofing, but not real good for having to fix it. But resoldered the connections, and then last night, I turned it back on because I had it off for the month of July and August. It was too hot outside. I didn't feel like hot tubbing on 95, 100 degree days. But anyway, I turned it back on after 2 months, refilled the water, did all that, and then it started air code on me. Air code 95, which turns out to be, it's too hot. It thinks it's like gonna melt you, so it shuts itself down. What I found is inside this unit, I took off 4 screws, pulled it apart. Gotta take this head off too, but pulled it apart, found the entire inside of this thing just coated in, I'm gonna call it condensation. It was completely full of water. Not full of water, but everything was wet. And I found there's 2 thermocouples, or temperature sensors, one for the inflow and one for the outflow. And the outflow one, the connector where it connects the thermocouple to the wiring that goes to this, was completely soaked, so it appeared like it was shorting out. Blew that out, dried it off, plugged it back in, dried off everything else with my air compressor and stuff, and put it back together, and now it's been heating. It's been heating for, a couple hours now. It hasn't gotten too far. 67 degrees. Like, it started out at 62 this morning, because the water comes out of my tap at 65, and then it sat out all night, and it got down to like 50 something last night. So I started out with 62. So it's been warming up. So anyway, if you got any problems like that and you're out of warranty, that's kind of where you might end up having to go. Check, condensation. It ends up in there, and that heating. Like I said, 4 screws, really easy to take apart, blow it out. Check your connectors where the wires connect together. They got, you just pull apart the connectors, dry them out. Try that, put it back together, and you might have some luck with that. But I have a feeling there's these things, and if you don't try to fix them yourself, they're going to be about dead in a year. You might get lucky, you might not. These are fairly new. And they got some issues to work out with them to make them really reliable for more than, you know, the warranty period, unfortunately. Well, that's about it. If you got any questions or whatever, I can try to answer them. Alright.